Hello and welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by,
Luke Melby.
Braden Becker.
And Ben Kincaid.
and of course, me, Braden Walser. We don't have anything to talk about again. We're kind of on a dry spell for movies.
Knives Out next week.
Yeah, we're doing Knives Out next week. So
Look out for that.
That'll be a fun one.
So the movies will start to come back, but right now we've kind of been on a dry spell. I still hope you guys are enjoying it though. Anyway, we're gonna hop right into it. We don't really know what we're gonna be talking about. We're just gonna wing it, just like all the rest of the episodes these past weeks. But yeah, so we'll start off with recommendations, and I can start it off. So my recommendation is on Netflix, and the show is The 100. It's basically like a survival show. So it's about these, like, the last of human civilization were in space because it was like a nuke that like blew. There was a whole nuclear war, so the whole world, like, it's uninhabitable, and so it's like multiple years later, and so everyone's living in space, and they're running out of like food and water, so they send 100 teenagers down to the Earth, 100 juvenile teenagers. So they were in prison on the spaceship. So they send 100 juvenile teenagers down to Earth to see if it's inhabitable. And then it's about just them trying to survive against what's going on in the Earth. And this is after nuclear war, so everything's kind of like crazy.
Is
There's
it live action?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the CW.
Okay. That
Oh,
actually
yeah.
sounds-
Okay, yeah, that's right.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's on CW and it's also on Netflix.
It's a non-Arrowverse CW show.
Yeah. But it's really good. I love it. Definitely one of my favorite shows. But yeah, so that's my recommendation. Definitely check it out.
That sounds
Very good.
solid. I might actually check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that because that sounds really cool.
I think there's
actually.
like 2 or 3 seasons out right now.
Did it end, or is it still
they
running?
cancel
No,
it,
it's still
or-
going.
And it's still going. Okay, nice.
At least I think.
There's six seasons,
Oh.
and it doesn't say
Well, on
last
Netflix.
and it doesn't say last episode date, so I would
Okay.
assume it's probably still going.
Yeah. Well, there might be 6 seasons on. Yeah, no, I guess there is 6 seasons on.
Well, if there's 6
on
seasons,
on
there's gonna
Netflix.
the CW. Their shows are running right now, so the 6th
Yeah.
season is airing. So there'd only be 5 on Netflix,
Okay, yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right, so Ben, you got your recommendation ready, or?
So yeah, my recommendation is Love, Death, Robots. It's on Netflix. I don't know if they still make it anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I'm not sure.
I
if
know
they
what you're talking
do.
about, but I'm.
just like a one season type.
I
I
think
think
it
so.
was, but none of like the episodes are related to each other, and it's just a bunch of animated short films that are like 15, 20 minutes long, around there.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20 minutes.
So basically, it's a bunch of multiple different small animators, and it's therefore to get some animators out there to kind of get them noticed by people. So it's just a
Yeah.
bunch of different small animators. They all make like a 5-minute like little short,
film.
and
Yeah.
they post on there. And there's just a bunch of really good ones. I've seen a couple.
And I think it's cool because a lot of the animation isn't the same. Like,
oh yeah,
a lot
no,
of the
not at all.
animation is really
They're
different.
so different, and
But-
with the, especially with the stories and stuff.
Yeah,
it's-
the
That's
stories
actually really
are
cool.
always really like
mhm.
odd and strange and
It's good.
different.
There was
but it's
a-
really cool.
There was the one. It was like the space one that literally looks like it doesn't even look like animation. It looks like real. It looks like live action.
Mhm.
That animator's so good.
I
but-
think the first one was like that too, but I can't remember.
Hmm.
But it's really, really good. I
But
like
yeah.
that show a lot. But yeah, that's my recommendation. Love, Death, Robots
On Netflix.
on Netflix.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, I think my recommendation for this week is the movie that holds the record for most viewings by me ever. Mission Impossible: Fallout. Seen that movie at least 20 times.
That's like the best action movie.
If you're
of all
gonna, if
time.
you could watch just one action movie, that should be the one action movie you watch.
I agree.
It is just like everything about it is just so good. From the obviously the acting, because it's mostly A-list actors make up the main cast, like
Mhm.
Tom Cruise, Alec Baldwin, Henry Cavill, Simon Pegg. Yeah, they're the ones I know off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean the action is insane. Obviously, it's Tom Cruise, so it's actually like real. Like it's not bad CGI. Like they actually jumped out of the plane, and you can really tell when you're watching it on screen that they actually did it for real.
I saw one thing recently where it's, what they were originally gonna do for that, they were just gonna do like a green screen kind of CGI, but the person who plays Tom Cruise, the actor, he was like, I want to make it look good.
The person who plays Tom Cruise.
Well,
Wait,
Tom Cruise.
hold on.
Shut up,
Conspiracy
shut
theory.
up. Tom Cruise. So, Tom Cruise. Shut up.
Person who plays
Okay,
Tom
okay.
Cruise.
Are you done? But so they were originally gonna do green screen and like kind of CGI for that skydiving scene, but Tom Cruise wanted to. He didn't think that would look good, so
Yeah.
he went and actually taught himself, and the studio didn't want him to do that because they would be afraid that he would get hurt. So he went out of his way, like on his own, and just went skydiving and learned how to do it to the point where he could just dive alone for the actual scene.
See, Tom Cruise, I think, already knew how to skydive before that because he's Tom Cruise, and I'm sure he had done it before that. I mean, Tom Cruise has always done all of his own stunts.
He's hung on to the side of an airplane.
Yeah, exactly.
With just a cable.
That was the 5th one.
He flew helicopters and planes.
He
in
was
the
actually
movies.
flying the helicopter and
In-
acting
in
in the
Fallout,
end of
yeah.
Fallout, which is, I mean, that's just insane.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to fly a helicopter alone is one thing, and then be acting while you're flying that helicopter and doing the crazy maneuvers that he's doing, like flying the thing sideways over the top of a mountain. I saw a behind the scenes thing where one of the things he did, when the helicopter, the part where he lost control and it was spiraling down, it wasn't actually out of control, obviously, he was controlling it, but that was one of the hardest moves for a helicopter pilot to do, and very high risk of death. One thing goes wrong, you're toast.
Yeah.
And he actually did it, which is just, I mean, that's just insane.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Oh yeah.
Because he knows how to do all the action and
Yeah.
the stunts and everything.
I mean, I'm
like
pretty
that.
sure he's a producer on those movies now too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been doing them long enough.
He was
Yeah,
there
I
from the
think
very
so.
beginning. So.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so Luke, you got a recommendation ready?
Have I already recommended Ash vs. Evil Dead?
I believe
Probably.
So. I think that
Literally,
was
like,
all
a
your.
million
I think
times.
that's all
Okay.
your
No,
recommendations.
no, no.
Like so many times.
I'm pretty sure that was one of your
So-
first ones.
I recommend.
That's like an ongoing
I don't
joke in
think
this
I've-
podcast.
Yeah.
Like the amount I've done that.
Evil
You
Dead,
guys,
yeah.
nobody that I know has watched it, and it really annoys me because it's only 3 seasons of 10 episodes each, 30 minutes long. And they're
You've
so
recommended
good.
this before because I remember.
Okay,
I think it
okay,
was one of the
then-
first episodes you did because you before we actually started this podcast, you were telling us to watch it,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
you ended up using it as a recommendation too.
All right, so my real recommendation for the week is probably Evil Dead 2.
You literally also
Christ.
recommended that.
Oh
No,
my
no,
god!
no, I
he's
recommended-
recommended the first one and the third one.
And now it's the
now
second
I'm recommending the second
Wait,
one.
no.
No.
Didn't you do one episode where you
You've done
recommended
all.
just the whole trilogy?
one. You did.
I'm pretty sure you
He's
did.
definitely done
Shoot.
all. It's
Man's-
literally
man's
a
really,
meme.
Find
man's
something
really out here
else,
cheating
Luke,
on the
it is a
recommendations of
meme
All right,
the
no,
how
no,
many
no,
times
no.
he's done
Honestly.
Ash vs. Evil Dead.
I feel like that's the only
That's
thing
on
he
God.
watches too.
That honestly.
Just on repeat. Evil
Okay, Ben. If you want to fight, we can fight.
Hey,
Okay,
we
no,
get
no,
some
no.
good
I've
content
gotta-
out of that. Can you guys do that real quick?
I've actually got something to recommend. It's on Hulu. It's called Firefly. It's like space type cowboy type stuff, and it's really good. So the thing was, it was canceled after the first season, and a ton of it got a ton of backlash for being canceled after the first season, and it's never come back since. But it's turned into a cult classic, and a ton of people love it, and so I went into it not really expecting, because everyone told me, oh my gosh, it's so great, it's the best TV show of all time. It was pretty good, but the farther and farther you get into it, just the better and better it gets. The first episode is just kind of It's an hour and a half long, so it's a little bit too
Oh
long.
god.
'Cause
That's for the first episode?
yeah, all
Yeah, most-
the other episodes are 45 minutes
Most
long.
pilot episodes are usually an hour.
Yeah.
Like pilots and finales are usually an hour.
Yeah, so this one was a long pilot. But, the story is just kind of, really entertaining. And, it's space cowboys, which are, two of my favorite things in movies, cowboys and space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of going back to, like, you know, I've had friends come over and we watched, like, kind of the older Star Treks, like The Wrath of Khan and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of has that same, it's not the same, but it's like, you know, it's like, it's the same in that each episode kind of is its own thing. Like, they do a different thing in each episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, you've got space, so you've pretty much got infinite possibilities to have infinite stories. It's just a really entertaining show to watch, and it gets really good at around, like, the end of the third or fourth episode, in my opinion. I watched it on a plane, which is why I continued to watch it, and I'm kind of glad that I did.
How many seasons are there, did you say?
One season. It got canceled after the first season and got a
Rip.
ton of backlash.
That's Brady drinking water, by the
I
way.
was so much louder than I expected it to
Well, it is a plastic water bottle.
be. Well, yeah.
They
but-
tend to be pretty
What was
noisy.
the backlash for the show? Was it just like
It
Just
was
bad
all. It
reviews?
was all the fans. No, everyone loved it. So people are kind of, you know, there are still. If you go on YouTube and you type in Firefly, all the recommendations are like, "This is why Firefly really got canceled." Crap like that. Like
yeah.
nobody really
That
knows.
trash.
no one knows? Yeah.
Yeah, and also so it's Joss Whedon.
Oh.
So it was before all of his Marvel stuff, I think, because
Oh,
it was like 2002.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and so it's kind of just seeing his older work, and also it's TV PG, but to give you an idea of how it can be a little bit much sometimes, I was watching it on the plane ride home from Utah. It was like a 5-hour plane ride, and there were, especially in the pilot, there were multiple times where I had to, like, pause it, turn my phone away, because there was, like, an old couple next to me to make sure that they didn't think that I was watching porn.
Oh.
And it's
That's
TV
baller
PG.
fresh.
The
It's
Flash
TV
is TV PG.
No, but, like,
Is it like hardcore TV PG? Because the Flash is kind of the most like close to PG-13 TV PG I've seen.
so there's a scene where she has a sponge and is, like, bathing herself, and it
Oh.
just doesn't
Sponge bath.
show. It just doesn't show cleavage or butt or anything. It just shows, like, her bare body with the sponge. And there's also a scene where, like, two people have sex and they just finish it and they're, like, all sweaty and crap.
Okay.
Like,
That's like what they
It's-
don't show you in most
and
movies
it's
when people have sex.
it's TV PG. It's
nice.
not TV 14 or TV. I thought that it was TV 14, and I was like, oh shoot, this is probably TVMA. I probably shouldn't be watching this on a plane. I went out on Hulu and it said TV PG, and I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, dude.
But I think that a lot of people could get a lot of enjoyment out of it, which is why I'm recommending it. And also I'm recommending Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Christ.
Of course.
Brady, do you even eat lunch? I feel like you just eat all of your food in this class now.
I
Like,
didn't
how
even
much
bring a lunch
popcorn do you
today.
go through?
Yeah.
So much.
You guys, your family must go through popcorn like nobody's business. Nice.
No,
I'm
he's
feeling
chewing
it.
a cookie now.
I mean, a cookie.
What kind of cookie is that?
Girl Scout.
Oh, Girl cookies
Um,
are actually pretty good.
Girl cookie, is that what you said?
Girl Scout cookies are actually pretty
Girl
good.
cookies.
Girl.
I only like male cookies actually.
But I usually
Happy International Men's Day.
I usually
that was Tuesday.
eat all my snacks in my lunch, either when doing the podcast or just like in class.
Yep.
And then I have the main course for lunch.
What's your main course?
Right now it's pizza. And usually if I have pizza, I have 2 slices, so that means I can eat all my snacks and 1 slice of pizza, and then I have 1 slice for lunch.
Do you like warm? Do you have like a microwave that you can warm it
Yeah,
up in?
we have a microwave. Oh, speaking of microwave, someone brought in a toaster. Someone brought in a toaster to my school yesterday, and people were using the toaster. They just put it on top of the microwave. It was pretty funny.
Cold pizza is actually really good.
Yeah, depending on the pizza, like some cold pizza, like Domino's cold, kind of slaps.
Yeah.
Have you had Lido's pizza? Cold Lido's pizza? It's
See,
like
I'm not really huge on their pizza. Like, just whatever.
I love
Just
Litos.
something about it is just kind of like not my bag. I think it's not enough cheese because I like my pizza
yeah, I
like
get that.
I like the thinnest layer of sauce and just piled on the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I like the square part about
Yeah.
Litos pizza.
Usually when
Because
we
when
get
it's
Litos,
cold, it's really, really good.
Pizza Hut sucks.
I haven't ever
Right?
I
I can't change my mind.
I've been to
Pizza Hut is
once.
like D
I
tier
hate-
at best.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
My opinion of Pizza Hut isn't that bad because apparently they sponsor Arrow, according to the commercials on
They
Tuesday's
sponsor
episode.
like a lot of stuff, like the Super Bowl for
Yeah,
NFL. They're like Pizza Hut, like
No, I've literally
all
been to
that
Pizza
stuff.
Hut once. It was like 5 years ago. Like
Yeah.
after we won a baseball game, the
people-
coach
Yeah.
took us to
Do
Pizza
people
Hut.
still go to Pizza Hut?
I don't
I
know
don't think
anyone
so.
that's like, dude,
Because it's
Pizza
like
Hut
a
is actually
sit-down
good.
restaurant, and I don't know a single person.
Wait, it's
who
a
goes
sit-down
there.
it's a
restaurant?
sit-down
It's a
restaurant.
sit-down
Yeah.
restaurant.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
So weird.
so
That's
stupid.
so weird.
I would just be eating pizza back here, though.
Is that just like cheese pizza?
Yeah. From King's and Brunswick.
Nice.
Bomb. People say it looks weird. I'm a true first. Like, if you look at it, it kind of looks like there's no cheese on it. But there
does.
It does
It
look
is.
like there's no cheese.
No, it looks like there was cheese on it, but you took the cheese off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But
you
that's
can
only when
see
it's
the
cold.
crust.
That's only
Mhm.
when it's cold, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. but
Yeah.
When you heat it up,
that's
it's
what
like,
always happens.
more
Whenever it's
noticeable.
cold, the cheese
But like, no,
gets
it's really
invisible.
good. Like people are like, ooh, that looks nasty. It looks like freaking, like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. And I'm like, no, die. That
Chuck
stuff
E.
is
Cheese
amazing.
Pizza
pizza's
isn't that
actually
bad.
kind
The
of
one
good.
thing I do remember, though,
Yeah, bad, my
Like
bad.
honestly, it's not that bad.
going back
There's
to
something about really greasy pizza that's
Oh,
like.
yeah.
It,
Oh,
it-
yeah.
Like Sam's
it, like,
Club.
King's
It hits
Sam's
really
Club,
greasy.
they have like dollar slices, and like I shouldn't like it, but oh my.
we gotta
gosh,
do
I
we gotta do a pizza tasting mukbang episode.
That would be kind of awesome.
We just order a pizza from like every pizza place around.
No, King's though is pretty greasy. Like,
I'd
it-
kind of
it
not be
drips
against
off the
that, to be
pizza.
honest. Like
Yeah, but we
mean, that
have
probably-
to do it outside of school, probably.
probably.
That probably
'Cause then
wouldn't
we'd
be
have to,
very
"Whoa, you have
pleasing
to share the
audio-wise.
pizza with the class.
Probably wouldn't be very pleasing audio wise.
Yeah.
That's true.
Some people get
it would
pleasure out of that.
I do.
I don't
Yeah,
like food.
like that.
Yeah,
Stop
okay.
that.
No, I
Luke.
don't.
I
No,
will
I
delete
don't
you.
either. Mostly joking.
Auditory sensory meridian response (ASMR), the act of talking quietly into a phone to create tingles down someone's spine.
Is that the dictionary definition of ASMR?
Probably.
Or the Urban
Something
Dictionary
like that.
definition?
Is there? I'm gonna look up.
ASMR?
The Urban
if there's
Dictionary.
a-
Brady just threw his water bottle at Luke. Please don't let this be orange number 2.
Orange number 2 started with a water bottle.
What?
Yeah, it did.
I mean, not orange number 2. Orange
number
one
one.
started with a water
Orange
bottle.
one.
Oh, really? Oh my god.
Oh
Holy fuck.
god! That hit his head.
Where'd it go?
It went onto the table.
Stupid fart.
What the hell is
Oh
happening?
my
Okay,
god!
All right.
Luke almost just.
Okay. Okay. Ow! Ow! My forehead.
Bro, Luke just stood up backwards on his chair like he was about to start twerking and farted at Brady.
Into his mic.
Dude,
It was
this
so
podcast is going so well, and
Dude,
then
yeah,
it just took a
great
whole
start to the
U-turn.
podcast. We're
Like,
not even 10
what
minutes in. We
the-
just did a full 180 from we're
Holy
talking about
crap.
Pizza Hut to into the microphone.
All right. I wanna get a poll.
Oh my
So
god.
for those of you listening, do you prefer
Prefer.
the
Do you prefer?
prefer? That's.
If you're watching on YouTube, the little eye thing up in the corner, there will be a poll up there to vote on.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we said about the pictures, and that never
What
happened.
pictures?
That's a fair point. We said we were gonna put the
Oh,
pictures
from
from
his
his book, yeah, and then I
Yeah.
forgot to put them in. when
That's
I
fine.
edited it.
I'll remember you to put in a poll. But anyway, so I want you guys to vote. Up in the poll in the corner. Do you prefer these like super scuffed podcasts where we just scream and throw stuff,
Yeah.
or do you prefer the more calm and tamed podcasts? And whether that be movie reviews or just the podcast where we talk about where we don't have a movie to talk about. Let's not even cover movie reviews because movie reviews are like bread and butter. Like But just when we don't have a movie to talk about, do you prefer those more calm and tame podcasts or the ones where you just scream and throw stuff and fart into mics? Because Luke said he had a friend who enjoys the more scuffed ones.
That's right, James. Hi.
And,
Hi, James.
But yeah. So go vote in the poll, and we'll talk. We'll
I
talk
don't
about
even
it.
know which ones I prefer, like myself.
I don't know. The scuffed ones are more fun to record,
Yeah.
but the non-scuffed ones are more
better.
satisfying when they go out. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I think we put out good content this week.
Yeah.
definitely.
Instead of, dude, this episode was
Instead
so
of
scuffed.
throwing water bottles
Yeah,
at each
exactly.
other.
That's why I never feel good after publishing Career in Tech.
You know what though? That's the humor of Career in Tech. Though.
Yeah,
It's
it is
it's like
the humor.
again, it's like the Eric Andre show. The
Yeah.
production quality on that show
Is
is
garbage.
very low, but it's one of the most entertaining things you can
Yeah.
watch. Like that one clip where he just he's talking to Hannibal and then he just randomly unloads a magazine of a pistol on him, and then he
just shoots him.
reloads. The reload in that part is what gets me. Like when he shoots him, it's
And he
funny, but it
reloads
doesn't
and
get me.
starts shooting him again.
And then he drops his mag and just reaches into his pocket and pulls out another one and empties that.
It's just like the scuffness of
Yeah.
it makes it good.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like The Office, like the filming with The Office.
Well, I think The Office isn't really.
it's really
scuffed.
good, but
To an
like
I wouldn't
extent.
say The Office is
Definitely
very
not scuffed to Eric Andre.
It's not
but
yeah, but like
It's not like production quality wise scuffed. It's just
Yeah.
there's some scuffed characters. Like
Yeah.
Kevin is just a very scuffed character.
and like what I mean by that is like the camera work of like it's not like tripoded, it's just like handheld cameras and stuff. That's kind of what he does with Career in Tech.
Yeah.
they don't
Oh, yeah.
focus on the
It's
cinematography of it. They focus on the comedy.
Yeah,
On the
it's
comedy
more about the
aspect, yeah.
story and the comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or
I dropped the
are
boom pole, by the
people
way.
are people who wear Dwight shirts that say wrong on them super duper cringy?
I've never seen someone.
I've
wear a
never
shirt
seen
that
someone
says
wear that.
I've seen Beats, Bears, and Battlestar Galactica. I've seen those
Bears
shirts.
eat
Anyone who
beats.
wears a Dwight
Bears
shirt
beats
is kind of
Battlestar
cringy.
Galactica.
Like, you can't. I don't know. That's just cringy.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, you know what?
Kind of cringe. Like, I don't know. I think there are some things where when you wear shirts from them are just kind of cringe. Just to, not necessarily English, not necessarily the material that's on the shirt. Just like it's
The
kinda-
idea
it's
of
Just
the
like the
shirt.
fan.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of cringe that you would be wearing
a
a
shirt
shirt
about that.
from
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
things. Like,
Not the shirt itself, but just what the shirt
yeah,
shows or means. The idea of it.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What's behind
It's
the shirt.
just cringe, dude. Like, that's cringe.
Yeah.
That's cringe.
That's cringe. I tell you, that is what pretty much the best series on YouTube.
I
That's
love
cringe.
Yep.
Man,
Cody Co.
I've
Shout out
never
That
Cody
is
seen
Co.
that in my life.
So
Cody
you've
Co.
never watched.
No.
You need to be
Oh,
educated.
it's-
You
brother.
have to
So
go.
good.
You have to go binge it.
You have to watch
It is
the
so funny.
epic
Girl-
morning
girl-
routine.
That
Oh.
and Girl Defined.
Then
Girl
you-
Defined.
Girl Defined
Girl
is
Defined
funny.
is my favorite.
That's a good
cringe.
one.
Then you
That
guys
is so
have
funny.
to watch Ash vs.
I'm
Evil
Not a
Dead.
chance.
I don't think
I'm
I'm
not-
gonna do
I'm-
that.
Gosh.
See, the thing is, that'll be appealing to you. That's cringe. You'll get a kick out of that.
You'll
No, I
you'll
think,
laugh.
I think that you'll enjoy Ash vs. Evil Dead.
I'm not going to enjoy it because I'm not going to watch it.
Oh.
I'm not gonna watch it
Get wrecked.
specifically because Luke wants me to watch it so bad.
Yeah.
That kind of hurts. You just not respect my opinion.
No, it's not that. I just think it's really funny.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, I'm going to head out.
Shit on the ground. What do you call it?
Poop.
Smelly pile of brown feces.
Clay to be toyed with.
I don't like that at all.
Fun to play with, not to eat.
Please just recall that entire comment.
But not
Fun to eat, not to play with.
hot feet.
Feet?
Feet.
Did you just-
Feet.
What? Did you just, is that what you said? You said feet?
Homie really just said feet are
Feet.
fun to eat, but not to play with.
Odd fetish, but okay.
We
Yeah,
don't,
that's
we don't
facts.
kink shame
Facts, no
here.
printer.
We don't kink shame.
Yeah. On God.
I feel discriminated against, to say the least.
Didn't you have like a rehearsal for your play like yesterday or something?
Yeah, so our school We show the first act of the play
Mhm.
to the entire school,
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
and yeah,
I did that in middle school.
'Cause
With,
it
like
makes
High
them-
School Musical, we did that for like all the grades.
yeah.
They
But I
see-
mean, pretty much nobody ends up coming and seeing it either way. But
Yeah,
at
no,
least we have an audience.
they did that when I was in middle school. They wouldn't just show the first; they'd just show the whole play. So then
Oh,
no one would actually come to it after school other than the parents,
Yeah.
and then the kids whose parents were like, "You're coming anyway to support your brother or whatever,"
Yeah.
and then they'd have to go. That was not me, by the way.
What's the play?
Yeah, what play is it?
What is
It's
it?
called Break a Leg. It's about
leg?
about the production.
A leg?
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
It's
It's a
about the
leg.
production of a play, and the script is really bad.
F word.
Was it like just like
Wait,
something that you
that's-
found to like do, or was it like a
I
Broadway
think it's like in this it's not a Broadway. I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
like in this catalog of like high school plays that
That's-
our
Oh, really?
teacher has.
That's super meta. It's a play about a play.
It's
Yeah.
not that good. I've always wanted to I've always wanted to write a play and actually like perform it where like it looks like it's going to be a normal play, and then like things start happening and you think, and it's portrayed as if it's like people
Like
start
going
messing up their
wrong?
lines and crap, and then it starts
Oh,
to
but
go
it's
bad.
like actually like the.
And
That's
It's supposed to be like that.
And
would
my
actually be
idea,
funny.
like for
That would
the
be
end
really
of the
cool,
first
actually.
act, for the end of the first act, the big cliffhanger would be like, you know, the catwalk. We would have a spotlight set
Someone
by the
fall.
catwalk and have it turned off, and at the start you'd hear ah, then you turn on the spotlight, and everyone would look at the catwalk, and someone's like hanging by a harness, but it looks like they're just hanging by one of their arms
Oh
off
my
of the
God.
catwalk.
That would be.
I
Jesus
think that would
Christ.
be
That
really
would actually be a
fun to
really
make.
cool like.
Dude, you should write that and give
Play.
it to a school and
Just
have
'cause,
them
like,
make it.
Honestly,
That'd be so
maybe
sick.
I should see if we can do it.
Because then it's
next.
like them all like messing up and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
like
and then-
it's the actual.
And then you think that it's like, and then you think, oh, you're like, this is the actual thing. Oh, this is so bad.
It's
they're
like
messing it
a
up.
play gone wrong, basically.
And you would like market it as if it's just a regular play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Well, and you could totally play that up for laughs, like the
That could be really cool.
line. What's
Oh,
my
oh,
line?
yeah.
Off to the side of the stage.
What's my line?
That'd be so funny. Like just a super awkward long pause in between. Like someone will say something, and then it's just like a just deadpan nothing response for like 10 seconds straight.
Mm-hmm.
Line. What's my line?
It's like, hey,
That would be
would be
that would
so
be
cool,
a
actually.
riot. That would be so funny.
I'd like that would be really cool.
yeah.
So yeah, that's my idea. Maybe I should write it for the play next year.
And like
Would
Because
they
it's
let you?
not like-
Would they let you do that? Like
I mean,
a student
it's not
written
like
play?
the plays. It's not like the plays that we do or anything that. It's,
Oh.
You know, they're random plays. That
Do you guys do
find off of the
like
catalog.
plays or musicals?
We do a play for the winter and do a
Yeah.
musical for the spring.
that's what my school does. Yeah.
That might be
And-
what my school does. I know my school does a musical,
Yeah.
which is
I think
why
that's
I
what
don't.
all
So,
schools
like-
Which is
do.
why I'm
All
kind of
schools
miffed
do.
about that because I'm not a musical person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if
Yeah.
there was a decent play, I'd consider doing
The
it.
plays are more fun than musicals.
Yeah.
I think.
I
So
think they're
I'm
less work too because you
Yeah.
have to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
dance.
I'm not that good at singing or dancing.
Oh no,
So
me
for
either.
the plays every year, I've always gotten like a pretty decent role, but for the musicals, I always get like the one role
The
that
tree.
doesn't sing.
The guy that
You get the
stands,
tree.
the guy that stands in the back in a Groot costume and just like freezes.
Yeah, like. But hopefully, I've been like seriously working on my singing for a for.
I know
like-
we heard last episode.
Did you? When?
Remember when you
Oh.
were singing Last Christmas? You
Yeah.
said you were gay.
No, but like I've been
Oh,
actually
yeah.
like trying to sound good while singing, but I'm still not like comfortable with singing in front of anybody, so that's gonna be a little bit fun.
I haven't been working on my singing, but I think I've gotten my Bane impression to where I like it.
Hello there,
What?
Hello
That's
there.
Obi-Wan.
General Kenobi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
We were.
Grievous makes that sound. when his
Grievous
lightsaber's
when he's
Yeah.
correct.
when yeah.
I cannot do a Grievous impression. That
Me and
that
my-
voice is so hard.
I
to
don't
and
do.
my
even know.
friend
I can't
from the
remember what his
play.
voice sounds like.
Me and my friend from the play, Connor. Yo, what's up? If you're watching this, no, me and my friend from the play, Connor. We were watching the third episode of Star Wars yesterday.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of
That's
the
my
Sith.
favorite one. Revenge of the Sith is
lightsaber
so
duel
good.
at the end.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
That's like really good. I love that's probably
Like-
the best one.
That
Imagine-
lightsaber duel at the end is so good.
Imagine Anakin jumps out of the or off of his platform. Obi-Wan cuts his legs and his arm off, and he just goes, "Yeah, get wrecked, libtard." And then walks away. How funny would that be? Like MLG Star Wars has some dude. I really hope someone's made an MLG Star Wars.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
wouldn't.
That would be
probably
so
is.
funny.
Every one of those like Ben Shapiro things on YouTube where he's like
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro Rex feminist.
Yeah.
At the start of every one, Ben Shapiro's like, "It's over. I have the high ground."
Oh my god.
Dude, Ben Shapiro memes are so good. Like they're
They are
Okay.
good. They
they're
are
honestly
really good.
S tier.
Ben Shapiro memes also don't get stale. Like I can say,
Oh, yeah.
okay, this is
Oh, yeah.
epic,
Uh-huh.
still to this day, and
Yep.
it's not like gunky.
Mhm.
And like when I like just sauce on someone, whether that be like destroy them with a insult or burn or something, or even if it's a really bad one, and then you just say, "Yeah, get freaking wrecked, liberal." That's just so. It's just so fun. It's just fun to say. Like, yeah, get destroyed. Get destroyed by facts and logic, liberal.
Ben Shapiro
It's so funny.
destroys with facts and logic.
Yeah.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
That.
That
Yeah,
one's
that's true.
that one's really fun. Cause
That one's really
Except
fun.
if you replace facts with my joke material.
and
The unstoppable tide of Islam.
and revenge
The unstoppable tide of Islam does not care about your feelings.
and Revenge of the Sith when I think it's Anakin or Obi-Wan, I forget who it is, but they're talking to Yoda and Yoda's like, "Now you must follow your feelings, you must." And I turned to my friend and I said, "Doesn't Yoda know that facts don't care about your feelings?"
Plus, aren't Jedi supposed to not fraternize with anybody?
Yeah, I
Like,
guess,
that's
yeah.
why Anakin wasn't allowed to get married, because
Yeah.
Jedi aren't supposed to.
Honestly, though, if you
Padme?
had the opportunity to marry Natalie Portman,
I mean,
Padawan's kind of
let's be
I
baddie,
don't know.
not gonna lie.
wait, what'd you say?
It was Padawan a girl.
You realize
Padme.
Padawan.
Padawan is like
Is
the
like the
Jedi
young
apprentice.
side-
Yeah, I realized that right after I said it.
Yeah.
Because I just said Padawan.
It's
kinda
kind
weird,
of
dude.
a
It's
baddie.
Padme, right?
Padme is Natalie
Padme,
Portman's
Padme.
character.
Yeah, I said it. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a child.
Yeah, the Padawans are the well, not
No,
child.
the children
'cause
are the
Obi-Wan was a
younglings.
yeah, the
that
children are the
Anakin-
Yeah,
younglings.
the kids are the
Padawan-
younglings.
Padawans are
kills.
like the teenagers or young men, because like Obi-Wan was a Padawan
Still.
in the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
We need a younglings genocide. Change my mind.
Anakin already did one.
Well, yeah, that's already
Yeah.
been
Number
carried
2.
out.
Why would we
Master
need a
Skywalker,
second
what are
one?
we going to do? Die.
And then
He doesn't actually say that.
die. Imagine if he did
Die,
say that. Just like
motherfucker.
die.
We need an R-rated cut of Revenge of the Sith.
Yo, send that to
At
Corridor.
at Corridor, please watch
Oh.
this podcast.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did they do Star Wars R-rated? Or I think
No.
they teased that they're working
Did
on
they?
it. They might. I think
Did
I
they?
might have said heard them
They
say that
teased
they were
something
working
recently,
on it.
but I forget what it was.
I'm pretty sure I heard them say they were doing R-rated Star Wars.
Dude, imagine the
That
one
would be
the
so
one
cool.
ending scene of the lightsaber duel in Revenge of the Sith when he holds his lightsaber up and the 2 body chunks just like flying out.
Oh yeah.
That would be so cool.
Uh huh.
Dang.
Oh yeah. There's a lot they like. If only they didn't cut away when Jango Fett's head got cut off. Like they could actually just show the and
Yeah.
it flying off and like blood going everywhere. But
Mhm.
see the thing with that is lightsabers are so hot that they instantly cauterize the wound, so you wouldn't get any of those
That's
blood
true.
splatters.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
And same thing with actually same thing with all of the weapons because they're all like laser.
They're all
related.
Yeah.
lasers.
So
They're
you wouldn't be
laser
able to have
rifles,
any
laser.
blood. You'd have to just rely on like chunks of
Just
people
meat.
flying off. Yeah, meat and limbs and bones.
I feel like
burnt
adding
flesh.
blood would be a creative liberty we could do.
That's a fair point. I think.
Mhm.
But if you want to keep it realistic, then
Yeah.
no,
Then-
no blood.
Well, if you want to keep it realistic, then,
Then no
pretty much
lightsabers.
nothing in Star Wars
no
can
Star
exist.
Wars.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, realistic to an extent,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I get you.
I was like, for a while, do you remember when that super Supergirl promo came out, and
Oh
everyone
yeah,
was just
that
making
was
fun
so
of it.
funny, dude.
I was-
CG was so bad.
It was so bad.
That's why
When-
Arrow's better.
When they freeze frame and just have her
It's so yucky.
keyframe her out. With,
It's so
with
yucky.
No, it was so hilarious.
See though, when I watched it the first time, I don't really pick up on that because of like the motion blur and stuff. Unless if I slowed the clip down, probably. But since I was just
Yeah.
watching it, oh my god, Martian Manhunter's face looked so terrible. But it's weird because, like, I mean, having seen him in like crossovers and stuff, and the few episodes of Supergirl that I've watched, he doesn't usually look that bad. He doesn't
Yeah.
usually look great. Like, he's no Thanos CGI, but like, he does not usually look that bad. Like, his face still wrinkles like a face should.
Yeah.
But so I was toying around with the idea. What if I did like on my YouTube channel a video where I fixed that and made it look less bad, but then
Could you do that though?
Yeah,
I feel like
I feel like
could,
that
'cause
face is
Like,
unfixable.
faces
the
are
face- the
super
face would
hard
be
to do.
super hard, but I'm talking about like the gunshots and like
Oh.
her being keyframed out,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and like the really bad CGI of her like changing from the construction worker back.
Oh
to
yeah,
her.
that was. It literally just looked like they drop on a green screen and then just put that little
Yeah,
effect
that
in.
was.
Yeah.
There was no like transform thing, no nothing. But again, it's weird because I saw the clip of in whatever, I guess the first episode, it was just on Twitter,
Yeah.
where you see her like nanotech suit that she totally copied from Iron Man from Infinity War. Come on, and that didn't look that bad. Like, it didn't really look terrible. Granted, they didn't show the entire thing because they probably don't have the budget for that.
Bruh, my
But it-
wife on our first night of our wedding, it's nanotech. No, me on my first night of my wedding, it's nanotech. You like it?
I don't like it.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm
I don't
not a
like
fan
it,
of that
Luke.
one.
I don't like it.
Downvote.
Yeah, honestly.
Down. The
Dislike
with the
button.
nanotech in Endgame when Stark did that, that was all like CGI. Like
What do you mean?
that
Which
whole
one? Which
scene
one?
when he like tapped his chest and his like
That was
walked.
Infinity War. Yeah, no, but yeah, you're right.
That was
that
Infinity War.
The entire
Yeah,
shot
that
was
whole
CG.
thing was
Robert
CG,
Downey Jr.
yeah.
wasn't even in that.
Yeah. Which
But,
was like, and it looked really, really
Oh yeah,
good.
it was totally real. I mean, even Thanos, like, Thanos was photo real. Like, they
Yeah.
had super close-ups on him,
Mhm.
and he looked real. I did hear, I think it was from Corridor actually, that they had multiple models. So they had one like super
Yeah,
detailed
they
model
made
for the
multiple
close-up
base
shots,
level
Yeah.
and then one
models.
for the wider, and then yeah.
Mhm.
But
So they weren't using a like ridiculously like hard render for
Yeah.
all of them.
And then they had like all
Like
like
a
the
BZ file.
face like tracking cameras with all the dots on like Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what they
you see
did
the-
for like Bradley Cooper with Rocket Raccoon.
Uh-huh.
They do like the same type
Yeah,
stuff.
and like
Planet of the Apes.
and the Hulk. It's just funny seeing the behind the scenes because you see like Mark Ruffalo walking around in a suit with ping pong balls all over it, with like a backpack that has a pole on it, with like a Hulk face just like sitting
Oh
like
yeah.
3 feet above
Yeah.
him. It's the funniest thing ever.
going back to like TV show CGI, like shows like on the CW and stuff. It's interesting because when you're watching that, like you were saying, you don't notice those type of things, but then when you go back and like watch them, like when like Corridor Digital does their CGI like reviews and stuff like that, you notice them. And you're like, wow, that is really like that's really bad. Like,
I
but
mean-
when you're watching it, you don't pick up on that kind of stuff. And it was like, so I mean, sometimes I'll notice like if I'm watching The Flash, it's like that was kind of weird, like it looked kind of weird, but I just kind of brush it off.
Yeah.
Like I don't
See,
think much of it. But when you actually break it down, it's like that was horrible.
yeah, the
Like,
thing with the Flash, because the Corridor did the Flash in the most recent episode.
Yeah.
And they didn't clown it too much because the CG on the
Yeah, no,
Flash,
that
the
one-
CG
that
on the
one was-
Flash is generally pretty good. Like
Yeah.
especially like
But
when they're
more or less,
running
like,
and they've got the
Supergirl and
lightning
stuff.
wrapped around them.
That's
the
'cause
one.
it's- Sorry.
Yeah.
That's because it's a good show, so
And
people
the budget's
actually care
also
about
So
it.
they
Yeah.
actually care about
The
making
budget
it
for the
look good.
Flash is
Yeah.
a lot higher. But like the one dicey thing with the Flash is anytime you see like the shot where Barry's like running, where it's focused on him, it usually looks pretty gunky, and especially like anytime they're running through the Speed Force,
Yeah.
usually looks a
Yeah.
little gunk.
And
other than
also-
that though, like sometimes with the like when they
The
when they
slow motion CG where it's just him, those always look off to
yeah.
me.
Well, and especially like the ones where where it's totally CG, where it's like you
Yes.
see him like running through the city and stuff
Yeah.
with the camera just going wherever they want it to. When he gets too close to the camera, you can tell that it's not actually Grant Gustin.
Like
and that
Corridor
it's just
always says, it's in the face.
Uh-huh.
The face is always what
Yep.
makes it bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't have the budget for a photorealistic
Oh yeah,
model
no,
of him.
I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
maybe they should like not have all those.
Yeah,
shots.
just not have him come too close, or just cut away and use actual Grant Gustin for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, though, that's why I like Arrow better, because there's no dicey CG. They just need to do explosions and the arrows flying around. And I mean, it's pretty hard to mess that up. Like,
Did you guys hear about this guy on YouTube called like Techosaurus? He makes this. He started making this fan game based off of like the CW thing, and he got.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's
Crisis
like
on Earth 1.
Yeah, it was like a day before he was gonna release it, and he got a cease and desist and couldn't release
That
it.
sucks ass.
Yeah.
Dude, Crisis on Infinite Earths is like,
I did not see that.
I think 2 weeks away.
I
when it starts.
I haven't started watching any of the newer Flash episodes at all.
You should. The most,
I
dude,
wait
the
till they
most
come out on
recent
Netflix.
one. Oh my god, the most recent one was so good. It was like a James Bond spoof, and it was like a Ralph episode.
Okay.
I think it's
Ralph
my
is
favorite.
my favorite character.
Yes, easily.
What-
I think it's my favorite episode of The Flash ever. The one that was just on. Because I love James Bond. Like,
Yeah.
that I went through a whole thing in middle school where like
James
that was
Bond
it. James Bond was
yeah.
it. That watched the movies, played the games, everything. And like they played on all the like James Bond tropes, and just I mean just Ralph is so funny.
Everyone always clowns on Ralph, but like
I don't know. I haven't heard that usually.
Oh, well, I've heard people, and it's
Most
like
people like Ralph, I think.
Ralph is like my favorite
Dude,
character.
he is so funny.
he's the only character who isn't like all self-righteous about himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I'm so much better than you. Like, shut
Cisco,
up.
Cisco isn't really like that.
Yeah, true. Cisco.
Cisco's like
just
the
kind
most.
of annoying.
Cisco can be annoying, but he can also be really good.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the episode.
I
Honestly.
feel like earlier in the series I think he's gotten a lot worse.
Yeah,
He's kind of turned into a little.
he's still one of the
annoying.
better characters,
I
but
don't think
he's
so.
not quite as
I
good
mean,
as he
I don't
used
know.
to be.
He's just a little too on his period all the time. For lack
I
of a
do
better
feel like he gets used as the him and Barry are in an argument
Yeah.
a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes it's understandable, like when Barry gets his brother killed by using Flashpoint and stuff, but like sometimes it's just kind of not understandable.
It was so the general consensus is you guys like what's his face? Not
Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph.
Yes, Ralph is a good character, and I like him. He is very funny.
Because I hate Ralph. Well,
How?
I hated Ralph.
Why?
Now I think he's okay.
Why? When did you hate him, and why?
Just the start when they first introduced him.
Oh, well, I mean, he
But,
was kind of a sleaze bag when they
yeah.
first introduced him.
And they did it on purpose. It was one of those things where it's like,
Uh-huh.
oh,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna hate this character, but then we make him better over time.
Yeah.
But I still don't really like him. And he is funny. Like there's some points where I do like him, but overall, I don't know. I guess.
Why?
Like,
What about him don't you like?
I don't know. Like
You
I
just don't. You just
I
don't like him.
Yeah, he's just kind of a weird guy.
I mean, I think that's the character.
Yeah, I don't know. Ralph is really, really charming to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and especially like, because the James Bond episode thing worked perfectly because he was like, it was funny. Ralph was like they never suspected him of being undercover or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody believed him, and then Barry would come in and he just bumbled everything up. And like you totally believed that Ralph could actually end up like being like this.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was also actually that episode was directed by the lady that plays Killer Frost, Danielle Panabaker.
Yeah.
She's directed a couple episodes, and they're actually surprisingly really good. For like, usually when a cast member directs, it can get a little dicey sometimes, but
Yeah.
she's done a bang up job on them.
The Godspeed episode that she directed wasn't the best.
It wasn't the best, but I wouldn't say it was bad. I mean, it's gonna be a little, divisional.
Yeah.
Because it's a future episode about a character that's not really that
nobody
well
likes.
liked. So like, but overall, like, the CG wasn't bad. The story wasn't terrible. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just
because it's not like she writes
Yeah.
the scripts.
see here. Yeah, it's the script,
Yeah.
and that's my, because, I reading the comics. I read the comics when Godspeed was like first
Oh, really?
introduced, and like and he's not a big thing in the comics that much anymore. But like once he was introduced, you knew that he was gonna be an iconic villain, and so yeah, I don't know. It just kind of annoyed me that like they have a bunch of like it just wasn't Godspeed.
No,
Like
yeah,
what they have in the because Godspeed in the comics
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
Flash's friend
Uh-huh.
and then he turns on.
Yeah.
And the fact that they didn't have that kind of pissed me off.
yeah.
I
I don't know. I think it's kind of too late in the show for them to like. If they really wanted to do Godspeed, they'd have introduced August Hart in like season 3, and
Yeah,
then
that's
he'd be
true.
like the season 7 villain.
Yeah.
With that, like that would actually be really good. Like if they did that, like that'd be kind of sick. Like, cause I don't think they've done that on any of the shows yet. Like
No.
Arrow, they had what season 1? They kind of did it on Arrow with Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Like where
Yeah.
he was his friend, and then but it wasn't where you see the character for like 4 seasons straight, and then
Yeah.
he's the big bad now.
The twist villains are always like one season. They're their friend for half the season and then
Like
oh, no,
Prometheus
he's
in Arrow in
Yeah.
season 5.
or
Yeah.
just
He
the
was
first,
he
like,
was S tier.
the
Prometheus
first 3
was so
seasons
good.
of the Flash all
Yeah.
did the same stunt.
Yep. Hey, you know what? It worked for the first 2 seasons though. Although
Yeah.
no, not the third season. The third season was Savitar, remember? And that was just future Barry.
Yeah.
I thought season 3 was
What?
No, season 3 was Savitar. Season
Yeah, it
4
was.
was DeVoe. Season 5 was Reverse Flash /
my gosh,
Cicada.
you're right.
What do you guys think of Savitar?
The suit
Mediocre.
was sick.
The suit was.
The character was not the greatest, but I
yeah.
didn't cringe that much. He did have a little bit of Two-Face action going on.
His-
He looked like
his-
Pizza Man on
Yeah,
the
a
face.
little bit.
His lines were super cringy, but he was like a good. He looked awesome.
The voice was kind of cool too. His like General Grievous like voice, like I am Savitar.
Yeah.
His voice was cool.
I
but
can't
then,
imitate him either.
But then his lines were really
Not the
cringy.
greatest, yeah. And the suit, it was weird. The suit was very shiny in a lot of shots, but then when they were actually using the practical suit, where it was actually a guy wearing it, it was really dull. And,
Yeah.
like, more
Yeah.
matte colored metal, which I thought was kind of weird. Like when he's CG, he's super like glossy and reflective.
Yeah,
and then when he's not,
glowing
he's
and-
like really not reflective,
Yeah.
especially for metal.
Like especially because in CG programs you can literally just like drag and drop
Yep.
the thing to make it look a little bit more matte.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally just turn down the reflectivity
Yeah.
switch.
You know, Savitar. Like I like Savitar. Like he was
Yeah.
cool.
Uh-huh.
But and when they found out it was Barry from the future, I liked that. Like I was freaking out. I was like, oh no way. But overall, I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
Like after when
One of the lesser Flash
after you
seasons.
found out that it was just Barry from the future, I was just like I don't understand why he's trying to kill himself in the past. Like it was
Yes.
just like what?
See, my
Yeah. I don't know.
Seeing
Like the
depressed
motive, there's
Barry
no
Yeah, the
the
motive,
entire
yeah.
season is kind of lame.
yeah.
Barry's
That-
supposed to be like.
I
Kinda,
hated that. I
Yeah.
hated when he was depressed the whole season. That
Yeah.
was. I mean, it's all about like character development and stuff like that, but I hated that. That
because,
was.
like, the whole
It was
thing
just
about
rough
the
to
Flash
watch.
Yeah, he's
is,
supposed to be
he's
like more of a
supposed to-
happy
He's
character.
supposed to stay
Positive.
Supposed to stay positive in like especially all the darker moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not Ezra Miller. Oh, I'm gonna make a joke while
Yeah.
I'm about to die, but
Yeah.
like still.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think Savitar, I actually predicted that he was going to be Future Barry because there was a line earlier on before that where he literally just said, I am the future Flash. Like,
Yeah.
he dead ass just said it. And no, I think nobody really caught
Picked
on
up
to it. I
on
think
it.
some people picked up on it, like the like YouTubers that like break down all the episodes
Yeah.
and Easter eggs and stuff.
You guys watch Emergency Awesome?
I've watched a couple.
No.
If he's got a really clickbaity title, I'll click on it. I have kind of some problems occasionally because he'll have a title and then he has like his 5 minutes where he plays just random trailers and
Yeah.
stuff from the movie, and it doesn't relate to the title. And then I'm like, okay, well, I've been clickbaited. I really don't want to continue watching this. So usually I'll click on one of his videos, and then I watch the Avengers Endgame trailer, all 3 of them, and then I just click off because I'm like, okay, he's not getting to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also.
I'm
he
not really
also-
big on that.
He always says like new trailer and then doesn't show the trailer because the
Yeah.
trailer doesn't exist yet, but he knows that everyone's gonna search up the trailer, and then he has a bunch of views on his video that doesn't even say the trailer.
Yeah. A little clickbaity.
Yeah.
Not
More than a little.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, some of them aren't clickbait. Like sometimes he actually does go over
And there-
some like news that comes out.
And there are people who do so much worse clickbait wise.
Oh yeah.
So
The polls.
yeah.
Although they're
Um,
not like movie review or whatever.
Also, so we got to kind of wrap it up here.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
I
just
mean,
want
we've still got a little bit of
It's
time.
9:37.
Yeah, we
yeah, we
still
got a little bit of time, but I just want to. This segment will probably finish us off.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think of the YouTube, the whole new YouTube thing
with
going
kids
on?
content.
Yeah, with the kids.
I don't watch
content.
kids content, so I wouldn't know.
I
Or,
make-
I mean, I
don't-
know about it, but I don't
I
really
make
care
like
that much.
content on my YouTube channel that's like kind of directed towards kids. You know, it's not like super kiddish, but you know, like most of the humor is
It's like kid like
Stupid
humor.
humor.
Yeah.
like because I'm pretty much a kid. At
I mean, I
heart.
think
Mm-hmm.
kids content is the way they define it is any content that's
It's such a
specifically
gray
marketed
line.
to kid like
Okay.
toy reviews
Or like
and
the
like
toy egg, like the clay
yeah, like
egg
that
stuff.
trash where you put two laundry hampers on top of each other and say, "Oh, surprise egg with Lightning McQueen."
Yeah.
Well, no, the thing is
trash content.
the
like
problem
that
that I found with it is like, so first they're like, oh, we want you to do family friendly content,
Mm-hmm.
and now because this whole like scandal or whatever, now
everybody's just gonna
now
drop
we-
the F-bomb in their videos.
yeah, so they're like, no edgy content, do family friendly, but now we're doing family friendly, like, no,
You're
don't
not
do
gonna
family
make money.
friendly.
You're not gonna make money off of family
Yeah,
friendly.
so now-
they're not discouraging it specifically, but what they're putting in place, where no personalized ads, no comments,
Yeah.
so you can't have any community of any sorts on your channel.
Exactly.
It's just
Yeah.
you just get views,
And then
and you don't make any money off.
and
of it.
also this, I mean, this what they put in is good, but it's such a gray area.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it.
Uh-huh.
So
I
for
still don't think it's good, honestly.
Well,
like I think disabling comments is a kind of a bad thing.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
no,
bad
no.
idea.
There's
That's kinda-
definitely
that's
definitely
kinda shitty.
horrible things
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
terrible.
There's definitely horrible things with it. But overall, like one of the most like most popular like most money being made from YouTube is a kid unboxing toys.
That is the person that makes the most money. It's like
Yeah.
Ryan Toy Review.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
this
Yeah.
little like 4-year-old that just goes, yeah, toys. Because it's like
Pretty
"Mom,
much, yeah.
here-
That's
here,
pretty much what it
And-
Scream
is.
and say you like the toy, and we're gonna make millions
then-
of dollars
yeah.
off of
And
this.
then YouTube
Woohoo!
autoplay just keeps on playing his videos
And so-
millions over and over.
So this new thing in place for that type of content, that's good. But then it's also a very gray area. For like in the terms of service, it says if you use any slang like cool or duh or like games, like just very like generic words that anyone could use, that clarifies as like family friendly or whatever or child content. And then there's also channels of adults who build Lego sets and like really cool
Yeah.
like advanced Lego
Oh
sets.
yeah, I've actually
Yeah.
seen some of those, like where they build the like huge
Yeah.
Lego things, like
And so it's
Star
people
Wars.
like
Yeah.
that
Some
who
of
are
those
being
sick.
being affected. So those will also fall under family friendly, and
Yeah.
they won't get any advertisement or anything.
Yeah,
And
they've just got to in the beginning of
that-
their video say warning 3, 2, 1. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like-
fuck.
so they're being screwed over by the system as well as the animators because it's a cartoon. So animators fall under that category as. So it's such a gray area, and
Yeah.
they put it in for the right reason, but it's too vague. And then
Also-
It's not YouTube's place to judge
Yeah.
who your content is directed
now-
at.
and-
Because you
Made
might
for.
not be
Yeah.
directing your content in any way.
Towards-
You might just be, oh, well, I really enjoy building
The Death Star or
Tatooine
something.
out of Legos.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make YouTube videos and post them.
and then there's
And then you get a lot of subscribers. Oh, I can go full time with this. Oh, now YouTube's going to cut my revenue by, what, 1/10 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able, I mean, there won't be, kids' content on YouTube won't exist, and YouTube's going to start losing people because
Exactly.
no one's going to be able to make kids' content because they can't sustain themselves doing it.
Yeah.
And if you have
Yeah.
a real job, you can't, like, you won't have time to do
Yeah.
that. So they're going to be losing like a whole market pretty much.
And
That's how I see this going.
Yeah,
I don't see it
I don't
going
know.
well at all.
it's like every day it seems like YouTube's getting worse and worse, and
Yeah,
it's just like
Yeah.
YouTube's not making any steps in the right direction.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Somebody needs to pull a Mixer, like Mixer did with Twitch, where Twitch is losing all of their streamers to YouTube and Mixer and stuff because everybody's realizing, oh wow, Twitch is a terrible company. They're really sexist. Like, somebody needs to come along and be like, all right, leave YouTube. We're gonna be better than you.
Yeah.
and then just be better.
or just YouTube just needs to make itself
Or, yeah,
better because
YouTube-
YouTube's
yeah.
a great
Like,
site, but it's
yeah.
just like
People have been complaining about the music copyright crap on YouTube
yeah.
for so long, and they have done nothing.
yeah, I don't
They haven't
understand.
done anything.
Like- Here you go.
In my opinion, YouTube is completely suppressing free speech.
Oh, yeah.
Because, so here's the thing. YouTube is its own private company, so you'd think, oh yeah, like they're their own private company, let them do what they want. But here's the problem with that. Since YouTube is quite literally a monopoly on the video industry,
Oh, yeah.
you can't get videos anywhere else.
Exactly.
like,
That's
especially for like kids.
uh-huh.
And like, cause Vimeo still lets like actual sex be on it. So
Wait,
you know,
really?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Kids can't watch Vimeo, so everyone has to go to YouTube, and YouTube is a monopoly on the industry, and yet they're still suppressing the freedom of speech, which I think is a violation of our First Amendment rights, even though technically it is a private company.
Yeah, like, do you remember that thing where, like, Steven Crowder was clowning this dude on Twitter?
Yeah, yeah.
And the
And then
gay
YouTube
wonk or
cut
whatever he was,
all of
and then
his-
YouTube told him, like, he's not
all
allowed
of
to
his
advertise his
revenue.
Yeah.
merch, or you get no revenue
Yeah.
for, like, for offending this dude. Oh, I'm offended. You get no money.
Yeah.
That's not how the world works. I mean, like,
And it's
that's not, like, that is just wrong.
and another huge problem with this new thing that they're putting into fruition is now not only can these like companies who are this is family friendly or this is for directed at children, that one company, the Kappa or whatever,
Kappa.
not only can they sue YouTube, but they can also sue individual creators.
It was like a $42,000 fine
Yeah.
for not labeling your content
And
correctly
so-
or some trash like
Holy
that.
crap.
and
Yeah.
and I think PewDiePie said this best.
Most YouTubers don't even have that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think
Well,
PewDiePie said it best. I encourage everyone to go watch his video on this topic. But he said I have probably he has way more over 100 videos or like, and so he obviously has a lot of videos. So if let's say he just makes a dumb joke, like a joke about family friendly, he's like, oh, you know, guys, we're being family friendly, and like a stupid joke like that, and that gets tagged as family friendly or towards like aimed at children, like children content.
Then you will lose money on
If they do that to, I think he said like 20 or 23 videos, he could be sued for $1 million. And he has so many videos on
Holy
his
crap.
channel, and that's just like if they just do that to 20 videos.
That's ridiculous.
And,
Yeah.
and how about YouTube channels like my own or Braden's? You know, like, is it gonna be affecting smaller channels?
Yeah, that's because
Probably not, I wouldn't think.
I don't think so.
I don't think
but-
Brady
don't
has
think it
anything
would.
to worry
But
about. His
still,
content's not.
Yeah, mine's definitely not
I
family
have,
friendly.
I
Yeah,
have
you're
something to
good.
worry about.
Yeah,
My
I'm good,
content
but-
is
Yeah.
kind of family
See,
friendly.
I think there's a difference between family friendly and directed at children. I don't
Yeah,
think
definitely.
they're not putting this in for family friendly content. If your content is family friendly, that's not a problem. It's the content that's like Ben said,
No,
the
but-
surprise eggs that are
Yeah.
targeted for children.
But that's the problem.
to
It's such a
watch.
gray area where it's like these type of so channels that aren't family friendly or not directed at children can fall under that category when they're like animators or the adults who just build Legos and because that's just what they like to do. Like adults can
Yeah.
enjoy those type of things, but because it's
Yeah.
classified as a kid likes this,
Yeah.
everyone blames the company. It's never the parents' fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's not it's not YouTube's fault. It's the parents' fault for letting these kids watch
Exactly. It's
this
like
yeah.
type of stuff.
Like I'll bring up one example of it's this Fortnite YouTuber named Laserbeam, who my little brother watches religiously.
Yeah.
Very like a loud Australian guy.
Yeah.
Who he says the F word a lot. I mean he swears a fair amount
Yeah.
in his videos, but he has a very kid heavy fan base.
'Cause
Like
it's
most,
Fortnite.
exactly,
Yeah.
because it's Fortnite content. Most of his subscribers are small children.
Yeah.
Uh,
And that's just how
but
the
he
world
doesn't
works.
make
like,
content for kids. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't make his content with kids in mind. But kids like his videos and end up watching
Yeah.
them because Fortnite, I like
That's
Fortnite.
kind of with like Fitz and like Swagger Souls. Like they don't. Really
Oh, they don't
put-
have anything to worry about.
yeah,
But
definitely
like,
not.
but like Fitz, I feel like he's been more like family friendly.
really?
That's just because he had to be.
Just
because
yeah,
of the
and it's
new-
like people like don't like that because like people liked him
TGS.
before when he was actually like
Yeah.
not family friendly like at
Yeah.
all, and now he's like kind of leaning towards that and like. All
I mean,
that.
well, I mean, it's also just because you've been streaming on Twitch, and so Twitch you
Yeah.
have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
family friendly.
Oh yeah,
Twitch is
But-
a
Yeah,
bunch
that's
of
true, that's true.
pussies, dude.
But
Oh my god.
but overall, they don't have anything to worry about because their viewership. I mean, they definitely have some kids because that's the world we live in where kids enjoy that kind of content. They like
Yeah.
cussing and like but their content's definitely more like 18 older,
Oh,
si-
yeah.
16,
Yeah.
16 and older kind of thing.
I'd imagine the majority of the Misfits fan base is probably people around
teens and
around
older.
our age to like 25 or 30 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're not gonna get some like boomer watching a Swagger Souls plays VR video.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there might be the odd
Unless they're a
but-
really cool boomer.
yeah.
unless they're a really cool boomer.
But yeah. So I don't know. They put this new TTS thing in for a good reason, but it's such a gray area where it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
And-
they need to more clearly define
Yeah.
what is classified as content directed towards kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that should be what it is. It shouldn't be family-friendly channels are feeling the pain because of this new rule. It should be content that is made with little kids in mind, like
Yeah.
a 7-year-old reviewing a Lego Batman set. That's content made for kids.
Yeah.
A 25-year-old dude building a Hoth life-size in Lego, that's not directed at kids. Kids can still watch it, but it isn't
Yeah.
made for them.
And
It's
again-
made
Yeah.
for, like, I mean, there's plenty of adults that play with Legos. Like, they've got whole
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
conventions and stuff for
And
it.
it kind of goes back to what Luke was saying with freedom of speech, not
Yeah.
to that extent, but like
Uh-huh.
just because kids like this, it's like adults can like this too.
Yeah, exactly.
And people upload what they think is fun, what they like to do, and so that kind of goes not so much with freedom of speech, but in that same kind of area where they like to do this, but they're being hurt for it
They're
because
being
of
almost
this new
punished
TTS. Yeah,
for
exactly.
doing what they enjoy doing just because, kids like your videos, so you make
Yeah.
a third as much money as this guy who drops the N-bomb every 3 sentences.
Yeah. But I definitely recommend to go watch PewDiePie's video. I'll tell Brian to put a link in the description because he explained this so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about the new TTS. But yeah. So I think
gonna wrap
what
it
time
up.
are we at? Are we
1:49.
Yeah.
gonna wrap it up?
Yeah, I think time to wrap it up.
All right, yeah. So that has been our podcast for today, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I am Braden, Luke, or Brady, Luke, Braden, Ben, and we are Real Talk. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.